I pick up a memory. I thought I lost it long ago. Remember the freshness.
Good morning, Sven.
Good morning.
Today you have published the report for the second quarter this year. When meeting you last quarter, you were cautiously optimistic. In this report, you report in line with that, a continuous recovery and a stable profitability. 3 out of 4 divisions had a high profitability and good sales growth. You say you're cautiously optimistic at the same time as you point out the uncertainty in the market remains. Which uncertainties are you referring to?
Well, I think we have had, first of all, we have had a great recovery also in the second quarter. But there are still uncertainties going forward. We can see that demand is coming back, the opening of societies, but we can also see galloping prices on raw material. We can also see shortages. We can also see transportation difficulties. So there's of course all small obstacles and hurdles to overcome. But again, we are cautiously optimistic for the short term, also for next quarter.
Yeah. You had a currency neutral order intake above 50% for the group, and the Process Technology division had more than 100% growth compared to the same quarter last year, which of course was a quarter very much hit by the lockdowns. When comparing with 2019, the growth was 9.5% for the quarter. Look like it's going good.
Yeah, I would say it's figures like 100% growth and so on is sort of not really relevant compared to last year when we had the worst period of lockdowns. So what is interesting is of course to see that we have a recovery, but we also see that we take market share. We see a growing interest for our new digitalization tools, etc. So we are positive to the development so far this year. And again, the 9.5% increase neutral, currency neutral order intake compared to 2019 is of course very encouraging.
Nederman has 4 divisions. Anything you would like to highlight and especially comment on those?
No, I think that we have had good profitability in all, with the exception of Process Technology, where they still suffer from the very low order intake last year. They have very long lead times and processes, but again, with the good order intake, it bodes much better for the latter part of this year. But what is really important is we have continued to launch digitalization tools. Duct, under the name Nordfab, has launched their sales tools, actually configuration tools, which is very, very advanced and is helping both internally and externally. And we are saving time and efficiency. It makes us easy to do business with. We can say also that a number of new product and upgrades have come from MCT, and we continue to launch that. We are riding the wave on digitalization, both when it comes to offering as well as tools making life more easy for our customers and more efficient for us.
Have you seen any geographical differences in the market activities?
It's been very fragmented still. You can see some countries are opening, some are locking down again, and so on. So it's been ups and downs all the time. And I think we will see that during the remainder of this year, even though it's going to be better and better.
You mentioned it earlier, and you also mentioned it and you spoke about it last time, and that was the steel prices. The impression is that the steel price hasn't gone down, rather the opposite. And last time you also mentioned that you had made some price adjustments to the market. Have you made any additional price adjustment during this quarter, and how is that going?
It is for the organization very challenging because predicting what's going to happen is very difficult, and we have seen, I would say, extreme situation when it comes to both supply as well as price increases. We have tried and so far been successful in pushing those price increases onto the market. There has been reasonable acceptance, but again, if it continues like this, and I do believe there will be shortages, etc., during next quarter, of course that is a challenge, and even if we do our price increases, there is a time lag, and with the speed of the increases we are like chasing a moving target. So that is one of the biggest challenges. And it's not only steel, there are lots of components that are difficult at the moment. So again, the organization has been wonderful. They have been working very hard to balance, to make sure that we are helping our customers to get their products in time. And so far so good, and we try to compensate as best we can.
In your comments in the report, you say that you've been able to utilize the lower market activity to make business more efficient, and you mentioned production and sales processes as examples. Please, can you describe what you and the organization have done in more details?
Yeah, we have continued the specialization of the different production sites. We have introduced new ERP system in parts of it, and we will continue to roll that out. I've already mentioned the new digitalization tools in that sense. We have trained, one division has already undergone full training of all the salespeople in, call it virtual sales or digital sales. Since we haven't been able to travel, or the salespeople haven't been able to meet, they have not been allowed into factories, etc. So we have to find new ways, and we have opened again a virtual or digital training and training center to train how to behave and how to work to be easy to do business with, even if you cannot do it the normal way.
Some call it the new normal.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the new normal. I don't think we will ever go back to exactly the old time. There will be areas where we have changes that will stay. Some things will go back to what it was before the lockdowns, and some we will just adapt. And this sort of working on digital way, on distance, that has been something that our youngsters has been doing, playing computer games, and we have been adapting faster than maybe I could expect it to be.
You have had 10% growth the 3 last quarters, and of course these activities you mentioned is important to do that. You have a strong cash flow and a strong balance sheet, and the shareholders can expect dividend. Is that correct?
Well, the suggestion from the board of directors is that we, after the uncertainties, both politically and financially, we are now going back to the fulfilling our target of distributing 30 to 50% of the net income to the shareholders, and for that would mean 1 krona for the result 2020, and we expect for 2021, meaning spring 2022, being again continue being back on the normal track.
Nederman started in 1944. You had an anniversary a few years ago. What about today's product development? Are you ready for the future? Or?
I would say that we are definitely ready for the future. That's, again, I'm repeating, but digitalization is a mantra. We have launched, as I mentioned, new product. MCT has opened even more doors now for the other divisions in what they can do. We see an increase in interest, especially in process technology. Basically, all of their new installation has been fully equipped with IoT solution, support systems, so we can have and help them going forward. So we say that when you buy a Nederman system, you buy something future-proof, because we are in the front line and we continue to develop our product and upgrade and fill them with new content all the time. So I would say, yes, we are a quite vital 75 plus test.
This IoT solution, is that unique to Nederman, or what's the competition?
No, I wouldn't say it's unique to Nederman. I think it's unique the way we do it in our business, but it's not unique to the world.
Okay. But in the business?
But in the business, I can see our system with the clean air concept, where we can measure, we can control, we can clean the air and releasing clean air to the environment or the factory, and we can also help proving that you're doing it.
It will soon be summer and summer break for many of us, and I guess you will have a few days off too. What will be the focus for you and the group, the company, when you get back?
Well, I would say, like always, and the further share to go after and try to accomplish excellence in what we are doing, to secure that we are viable for the future, again, being future-proof. And I've said sometimes that what's the need? It's to be best, and we try to do that, and we try to do that every day. And again, special focus will be what is new normal? How can we live in that world? How do we secure that we are winners in that world? And again, continue to develop according to our plans.
I know you say you're shaping the future for clean air. Very good to sit down here with you, Sven, and congrats to the report. I wish you a good vacation, and I'm looking forward to see you next quarter. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Let's sing for the good ones and all the ones we